offering for hi for our workshop. We also talked about portals, meaning who can be champions or at least refer us people that we can connect with from a
Yeah,
relationship style marketing thing.
yeah,
Um, I so and then we also the third part was 10 to 15%, meaning 2 to 3 people in the room that are plants, basically,
right,
including Jacob and Mark Eisenberg.
right.
And I don't know if there was one more that we were wanting. But I think, do we have because I thought we had a list of
Of
people that maybe we wanted to
wanted
invite,
us
like a specific list of people. I mean, I
to
had,
invite.
yeah.
Okay, so we hadn't gone through that. What we went through was the portals,
Okay.
um, and because we want to start with the many to one relationships, and then we can dive into the one to ones,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Um,
But we got to work on our premise and our approach to the portals first. And then
yes,
I think we have a list of some people that we would want to invite directly.
yes. The other person that we said we could stack the room with would be Roddy or Chris Chileas.
Yeah. Okay. Chris is East Coast, so it might be, and I think he has a reason to come to Florida.
Because
His,
we're awesome. Oh,
yeah, his kid, I think maybe that's North Carolina, but he's got a connection to Florida, so it may be an easy
I think it's his
ask.
son.
And well, his son's in PA school, but I think that's in North Carolina. But there's
He's in
another
North
reason,
Carolina.
yeah, there's another reason that I think he wants to retire to um
Hmm.
Florida.
does he want to retire to or retire from?
I think he wants to retire
I'm joking. I'm
too. Well, but that's a great question. Did you like my video? This was my brainstorm.
yes, yes. That's why I brought it up. Um, okay. Um, so let's talk about the promise
Yeah.
because we have to be crystal on the promise.
Yeah.
And so last week, what we talked about with the promise was the roadmap of all of it, 0 to 30K, things you can implement Monday, um, the micro practice creation first 30 days, and then this is a workshop, not an event.
Yeah.
Right. So working backwards through those, I think we all agreed it's a workshop, not an event. And so if we're workshopping, then the promise is we've workshopped something.
Yes.
Um, Now, micro practice creation, the first 30 days says you don't have anything right now. And so that means that we're only looking for people who aren't doing anything right now.
Mm, don't have a cash practice.
Yes, yes. That's that when I say don't have doing anything, whether they're doing insurance, they're not on our world,
Correct.
right?
You don't have a specific micro practice created. You are
Right.
correct.
So if that's what we're saying, then that's who we're focusing on. But then that also kicks out anyone who feels like they've already started.
Okay.
And that's fine. We just need to answer the question, is that what we mean?
I think that's one of the first steps. Um, I would say the majority of people do not have that are doing PRP at like a very low level, or are thinking they want to do PRP, but don't have the infrastructure to
Yeah.
actually have a successful, repeatable business cash practice.
But
So,
they've already started.
duet.
They've already started. So if they're doing PRP and they're taking cash, then they're past their first 30 days. And what they're going to hear is this is not for me.
Um,
And I'm fine either way. We just need to be
so
clear.
let me just share with you, like
Yeah.
I was doing when I started Mavericks, I had a cash-based practice and I was all mashed in and I was stuck and I didn't have a way to actually monitor numbers, didn't have a legal entity. I didn't know how to like actually separate that. I was just kind of willy-nilly, like a la carte, doing these cash-based practices without any significant structure. And I was stuck. And it really, really effed me when it came to growing. Um, and so part of this is built from like doing Mavericks and being like, I don't even know what the f I'm doing. Like I and looking for structure and looking for a guidepost, like how do I actually even do this?
Yes.
And there wasn't one. And so this is in part how I cap encapsulated that growth piece to set you up for success for the next part, right?
Yes, I agree. So I want to be clear here. I am not disagreeing with you. I am putting myself in the shoes of the customer
No, I
hearing,
know. I know. And what I'm coming like what this is a long way around, but I'm trying to think what words, what it is that like because the majority of people don't have a cash-based practice and like want to start, right? And I think we just have to define like cash only, right?
okay?
So that you don't mix it with your insurance business. Because best practices is,
Yes, but that's not our issue here, though. We know that we're clear on that.
yes,
It's it's just are we saying the it's part of the promise micro practice creation in the first 30 days? Because if you heard that 5 years ago, you may not have signed up for it because you said, I'm already doing cash practice. I need someone to tell me how to fix what I've broken already, which is what we're doing, but not what
yes.
we're saying.
Okay.
And so it's and at the same time, is this for someone who has nothing in cash right now? And we're saying that's who we're putting in the room. We're only putting people who are 100% insurance in the room right now. And that's fine. We just
I
need to
think,
make the distinction.
yeah, so like I think yes, but those are also the people that are like, ooh, I don't know, they haven't had any success yet, and so the likely like their impetus to like
Do it.
do it is gonna be less than the people who have already seen some like possibility of success, like, oh, pe one person paid me cash for this, like, oh shit, this is a thing, right?
Yes.
Um, I'm trying to like put myself back in my shoes of how I did it and how people have come into my world. Like I'm thinking about Ryan, I'm thinking about Galen Weiss. Is he working with you guys?
Galen?
Yeah, I think he
Um,
is.
Let me look at our list. I believe Galen's on our list.
Yeah. Um, Here's why, because I met him a year ago, right? And he's like, "How do I do this?" I'm like, "Dude, you got to," and it was at OrthoSono. And I was like, "Do you use ultrasound?" He's like, "No, I don't even use ultrasound." I'm like, "Okay, well, that's your first step. Like, you've got to learn that." But what we could have capitalized on is that we could have set everything up alongside his learning process, and then he would be ready to go now, or,
Right.
6 months ago, and have it so much more condensed and so much more ready. Uh, so I'm like, this is a,
Galen's the ortho, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I've worked with Galen.
yeah.
The
So
question
that's,
is for this event, is that who we want? Or do we want someone who's already started? That's the question.
I know, I know.
And the answer is not yes.
I think the intent is going to be higher on people who have tried and struggled than people who have not even started. People who have not even started are optimistic that it's going to be easy and they don't need to pay us a boatload of money. People who have already started just dabbling, they're like, This is really hard. Like, I don't like, how the hell?"
Yeah.
So, just as a clarity standpoint, from my standpoint, my first 30 days are foundation and setup. So it's legal and business setup, infrastructure and equipment setup, branding and marketing kickoff, but we would honestly take that piece out, or expand that piece from your standpoint, and then community engagement and pre-launch patient education. Those are the first 30 days. And that gets you ready to hold your first person consultation at day 31.
Okay.
So my program is guided for those who don't know what the F to do, haven't even started. That being said, majority of people have already done some of it. And when I
Agreed.
do my first consultation, I'm like, okay, good, you've done two things. Great job. We have 28 more to go. And here's how we're gonna move forward through that.
Okay.
And I work from a checklist of things that, and I think I could probably refine that, but this is the checklist that I work from to make sure that they are ready to go, and where, like a roadmap basically of what the fuck to do and where do I start? Well, have you done this? No. Okay, well, start at one. Um, So it is designed for, but I think use case for someone who has started but is struggling, I think is even more likely for them to have success and say yes, because they've tried a little bit and like, I don't even know how to get my patients. I can't do this. I can't do that. I don't know how to like how do I charge cash? Like, what's the setup? I thought I could do it, but I can't. Is hopefully they don't sound that whiny and dumb, but maybe. Um, does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So I don't know how to encapsulate that. That's a long way around, but that's
Okay.
what you could say, like make a thriving cash practice, right? Because anyone who's using a cash practice, their cash practice isn't really thriving. It's like limping along on life support.
Okay. Um, Ryan, what are your thoughts on this before I weigh in?
I just I don't know, maybe a little clarity on who our prospects are, or at least what is the demographic that we want? Is it somebody who's established? Is it somebody who is completely fresh? I'm more about the people that we're trying to, bring in for the workshop.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little clarity on our direction with that. I'm writing down notes right now.
Um, so our goal is ultimately is to get people to 30K a
Right.
month in revenue, right? And so for this workshop, I think we need people who are definitely under 15K a month. So, and possibly even under 10K. So we're talking a few procedures a month, right?
Like what Ariana was saying, limping along.
Yes. And so it is
Okay.
0 to a few. And that's where I was going with the first 30 days.
Got it.
Because I think the micro practice creation is good. The roadmap to micro practice creation is good, but the first 30 days is where I get tripped up. Either we elongate the time or we put a dollar amount on it. Now, we said we could do the roadmap of it all, 0 to 30, as another promise. So we have, so really when you're looking at these two things, those are when we went through it, those are the two big promises that we came out with: the roadmap from
Right,
0
right, right.
to 30 or micro practice creation.
I
Right.
think
Okay.
map is easier to implement.
Which one?
I think roadmap to 30K is definitely what people are looking for. They don't know they don't want a micro practice. That's just a tactic.
Right.
It's not a deliverable. I mean, it is a deliverable, but it's a tactic.
I agree, but that's why I wanted to talk through it and make sure we were all on the same page.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
The other side of roadmap of all of it to 30K is it ensures that no one goes deep. Because we can't get super drilled down in anything. This has to be a high level overview.
Yeah. Selling A to C, not A to Z.
Right.
Yeah, easier, palatable, something you could chew on.
But also like we don't want to give away the farm. This is
Right. This is
the
the entry.
petting
This
zoo.
is like
This
the
is the petting zoo.
yeah.
The petting zoo. Okay, that's one way.
Here's what I thought. Is it's got to be someone that's, have you wanted to add PRP but don't know your next steps?
Got it.
Like that's what I think so you have high intent or orthobiologics is where you want to take your practice, but you don't know how to start. Like that's Galen Weiss. Like he knows, like that was last year. He's like, I know I need to do this, but I don't even know where to start. Like point me in the right direction. I'm a hard worker. I'll do the stuff. I know this is what I want. But no idea. And honestly, that's where I started too. I knew that orthobiologics was the future, but I had no freaking clue what the next steps were. I didn't even know how to get really smart really quick. I was like digging, like I don't know. And that's when I returned to Regenix and they fell short a little bit, right? Because they did the deep dive on the science part and they made me pay a lot of money for the infrastructure, but the infrastructure wasn't really the infrastructure. So they still didn't have any training on the business part. Like, here's how you set up a cash-based business. And so I flailed and limped along and like for a year, I did this like one day a week and I was like, I don't know, this is like I don't have any guidance on how to set up a cash-based practice. And so I did kind of what I thought was right, but and I like I always start a business with these like funny how-to books. Um like my first business I started like medical practice for dummies. The second one I used the DPC launched toolkit or something. It was a direct primary cap practice. Okay. You have 3 minutes before you need to head. Okay. It's like a bomb is diffusing. Is it the red wire or the blue wire?
It's a
Um,
green wire. Okay, so the bottom line though, so and Ariana, this is you because this is who you are. You're going back again to someone who has nothing and
yeah,
starting because that's who you love.
I know, but they
And
suck.
so
They're harder. It's a harder prospect for sure.
so I think we should message to the person who has started
Yeah.
but is on the struggle bus.
Yeah. The 0 to 15K started but struggling.
And that's inconsistent revenue, that's not knowing exactly what the heck you're doing, you're uncertain of your skills, um, your staff doesn't have a clue, you don't know where the next patient is coming from or how to get the patient, right?
The right patients. Yeah. Yep. And that's Jacob Miller.
Yes,
Yeah.
All of those check the boxes. Like he's doing it. He made the leap, but he is in the deep end of the swimming pool and needs a life vest.
agreed.
Okay. Ryan,
And he's motivated.
Yep.
I know you got to jump, buddy.
Yep. Got to roll.
Have a good day.
All right. See you all later.
All right, bye.
Buddy.
Did Colin send it on a text? Did I
Yeah.
just miss it? Oh, here he is. 11 p.m. That's why I missed it because I was asleep.